Aaron, was there something in the film during the week that you saw that thought it could be a big night for Jonesy and the passing game, or is it just kind of how it unfolded?
I think it's just kind of how it unfolded. Put a lot to show. So we had matchups him on linebacker for most of the night. Thought we did a nice job schematically, finding ways to get him open. But no, I don't think I went in the game thinking I was going to hit him on more than one touchdown pass.
Aaron, do you remember your reaction when you guys extended him this offseason?
My reaction?
When you guys extended Aaron Jones?
Not my exact reaction, no.
Were you
I don't.
surprised?
Surprised? No. I mean, I know they were working on a deal last year during the season, so I figured something was going to get done. Yeah.
Aaron, at what point tonight did this feel like? At what point tonight did this feel like the offense you guys want to be, and what got you there?
I mean, I don't even know if that was the prevailing feeling. I think another disjointed game, you know, with the possessions in the first half, basically 3 possessions. We scored on 2 of them. So that's back-to-back games of kind of some weird halves for us. But fortunately, we got in the end zone, you know, as opposed to last week just getting 3. But I think we got into a flow in the second half. Sometimes it just takes one play. I think the throw over the top to Davante kind of got us going, and you know, throw to Bobby, you know, was a timely one as well.
For sure, because from 7 stories up, that deep ball down the right side to Davante in tight coverage, and then the touchdown in tight coverage to Bobby, it seemed like the next couple of series, that secondary backed up. I mean, can that have that effect?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they backed up. I mean, they were hurting. They had some injuries. They had some young guys playing. But we just tried to get the ball to Davante at certain times. I missed Marquez a couple times when I had him. He had a nice job inside release, and I missed him on the goal line. I missed him 3 times, so he could have had 3 touchdowns. So disappointed about that. But you know, we had a couple of nice screens to Bobby, and Davante did his thing, made some amazing catches and great yards after the catch. And then obviously Jones had a big night.
How important was the run game to setting up the pass tonight, reestablishing that?
Yeah, I think that was important. The situational football, we were so bad in the red zone and third down. First week, I don't think we converted one with the first unit, well, at least when I was out there. So it was nice to be, I think we were 4 for 4 in the red zone and had it been better than the first week on third down. So.
What's it mean to have a guy like Aaron Jones, especially for you to have such a big night and for him to be able to honor his dad?
Yeah, I mean, he's been through a lot. He's a great human being. He adds a lot to our team as just a player. He's an exceptional player. I was teasing him training camp when he missed a few days in a row. It's just different when you watch the film and 33's back there. He's just a different type of back. You know, he's a special player. But the person is really, really a great person. Been through a lot. Obviously, you know, as a kid now, his father passed. But man, you love having him on your team.
Aaron, after one of your touchdowns, you pointed to your forearm. What was that celebration?
That's between Billy and I. Yeah.
Earlier in the week, you said that there wasn't a change in preparation, but was there a change in attitude, especially after some of you guys said maybe there was some overconfidence going into the same team?
I don't know. I just guess I think we maybe tried to show that we cared a little bit more tonight.
It's really early, but do you think is this shaping up for a season where you may have to really put up a lot of points and try to play from the lead all the time?
Maybe. You never know. I mean, I thought our defense did a great job in the second half. We've played pretty good in the elements over the years, so the misting that we got, you know, doesn't really bother us. And we got some turnovers tonight, which was important. We got to start a little faster for sure. We've started slowly in both the first 2 games. So hostile environment next week. We got to start faster.
You got to put 3 very young guys in front of you tonight. How did they do?
Yeah, I thought they played good. I thought Josh played really good. You know, that's just a feeling. That's not based on, you know, anything I've watched yet, but it just felt like he played really good. And if he's playing good, I expect those guys next to him to be locked in as well. I'm not done yet. Thank you. Yeah. Go ahead.
I apologize.
That's okay.
I just was going to ask, the comment you made about trying to show you like you cared a little bit more, did it look, obviously you cared last week, but do you feel like it looked like you didn't last week? Is that kind of what you're implying? What do you, how do you take that?
I just think people like to say a lot, and it's nice to come back in here after a game like that.
Aaron, when we were talking to Davante during the week, he was talking about the idea of even if teams are going to double him, you guys have talked a lot about getting him the ball anyway and saying, I just like my guy. I don't know if that applied to the 50-yard completion, but you kind of take us through that play and take us through the mentality you have with getting him the ball, even if defenses are here to take him away.
Well, they rolled the single high on that play. It was third and extra long after the sack. And we had him and Marquez on the same side. Marquez is such a weapon for us, and it kills me that I missed him tonight because he does so many things to open up stuff for other guys. And he's a very selfless guy. So I'm bummed out. But on that play with him racing down the middle, he attracts attention. Davante had one-on-one in the corner when they rolled the coverage, and he did a nice job of getting outside of the corner, and I just tried to put it in a good spot. We were a little bit downwind, and when I actually initially threw it, I felt like I missed him, overthrew him, but he did a great job running underneath it and making it look easy.
Aaron, from year to year, how much is the way that you play affected by what kind of defense that you have in that given year?
In that given year?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Oh, by our own defense?
Yeah, every year is different with your defense.
Yeah, every year is definitely different. I think we're learning about that. It kind of to piggyback off of Pete's question. I was thinking back to 2016, and we went on that run. One thing that changed was we started taking the ball just to kind of get the momentum going early in the game. I've always enjoyed the defer. And obviously, you can't always win the toss, but defer and the double-up opportunity last drive of the first half and the first drive of the second half. But that might be something that we might look at moving forward.
How did you think the offensive line played this week? Last week you said the pass protection was pretty good, and obviously you guys got the run game going tonight.
Yeah, I walked into a couple sacks tonight. I don't think those are on them. They're more coverage sacks, but I thought they played good. The key was running for first downs, and we had a few of them the first drive of the game. Run, got a first down. I think that was a good kind of setting the tone for us, and the more we can run the ball, the more the action game sets up. We just really haven't got into a whole lot of that because Beans been playing cover two, and we need to run the ball against that.
Aaron, because you mentioned it, did the national conversation irk you over the past week? Did it bother you? Obviously, you were aware of what was being said about caring.
I'm aware of it because of Tom. Tom keeps me aware of these things. I know that's only my first reference to him, but I think that there's even more now than when I started playing. There's so many overreactions that happen on a week-to-week basis. So it's nice to come out and have a good performance and get the trolls off our back for at least a week.
Aaron,
what did you think of that?
Go ahead, Chris.
That throw to Bobby reminded me of the throw, I think it was Mr. Michael back in 2011, 2012. The narrative after that was, man, Aaron can really throw guys over. It was a very similar play on the post like that.
It was the other end zone, yeah.
What's the trust level in making a throw like that? When he probably has no idea that the ball's coming until he turns around and it's right in his hand.
With a lot of trust, for sure. I like the pre-snap matchup. I was just looking at the safety over the top of Allen. On that side, Allen actually, he may have scored if I hit him. He ran a nice little under route on that side. But based on the release that Bobby had and the matchup, I felt really good about the opportunity. Put it, kind of exactly where I wanted to, threw the ball in rhythm. I think that's what I didn't do well last week was throw the ball in rhythm. And when I did tonight, I was pretty accurate, which I feel like I should be. So that's the things I focused on this week was getting back into that rhythm.
Aaron, what did you think of the atmosphere tonight, the first full capacity crowd in 2 years here at Lambeau?
Yeah, I mean, it's special. It's what you miss, an entire year without this type of atmosphere. You miss, everything from the intro with the people holding the phones up or lights or whatever it was, to the flyover. Yeah, it's special. You know, there's nothing like that feeling, jump around in the fourth quarter when you're ahead, roll out the barrel, the beer races, and with the crowd, though, you know, with the crowd, it's just way different.
Did it feel good to get a few to Randall tonight, and just now that, you know, you've had him back for a little bit, how's he been settling into his role?
Yeah, I think we need to get him some more opportunities, you know, some more reps. There was a time, you know, it seemed like in the second quarter, I kind of noticed he hadn't really been out there much at all. But we're trying to get him all 17, and but we need him at various points. So I'm glad he was out there at those moments in third down and made a couple nice reaction plays on trying to catch him with too many on the field.
Why was your timing so much better this week in the passing game than it was a week ago?
That's a good question. I think we simplified a few things on offense, and it allowed for all of us to play a little bit faster and smoother, I think. So that was a big thing. We had some more plays. We could just get up and run it instead of, you know, a lot of checks at the line of scrimmage. So I think that helped.
Aaron, you said about the overreaction, so you played the way you guys played last week, you played the way you did this week. At what point, generally, do you feel like you have a pretty good feel for your team, your offense, your defense, and just team? At what point in the season? And also, did you think of Pete on your 4 carries for 6 yards?
I did, Pete. That was for you, buddy. Yeah, man. It's tough getting old. So you see some of these openings, you think you're going to take off. And you watch freaking Jared Goff running read option on the other side. You know, he probably rushed for like 70 yards tonight or something crazy.
We've all lost a step, you know.
Yeah. 46, thank you, Tom. Thank you. I feel a lot better. I've rushed for 46 before. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to move around a little bit better. I wanted to really think about my pocket presence and how I could extend when the time was right. And I think I, you know, did some okay things with that. But we're going to have to keep doing it next week. It's obviously a, you know, fearsome pass rush, so I'll have to be as agile as I can, maybe rush for 7 yards next week.
For 2 more. As far as my real question, though, when do you usually have a good feel for a team?
Yeah, I got distracted by thinking about how Pete soul crushed me this week. I think it's going to take a little while still. I think you put it all together with, you know, how we're playing defensively and then what we got to do offensively. Obviously, it starts with getting the ball to our playmakers, which are 33 and 17. You know, that's where it all starts, and then finding ways to let our great role players make plays. You know, tonight Bobby had some opportunities. Like I said, I had 3 opportunities to Marquez, and I feel terrible about all 3 of those. But he's going to make plays for us, Allen, Kabi, AJ. So, but it starts with 33 and 17.